bon ton roulé. Hello, hello. Happy Fat Tuesday. Happy Mardi Gras. Well, oh, now I have glitter on my cheeks. Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A. I didn't earn these actually, so they're gonna go. Oh, it's been a long time since I've been able to earn those. I mean, everybody's going, no, no, please don't earn them. Anyway. Today is my 65th birthday, and I thought I would film my February faves and flops today, and then head off to my hometown. Going to be meeting up with a couple people. It's a very strange number, very surreal, very surreal. Anyway, I have a lot of favorites and flops, mostly makeup stuff, but I do have a couple of other things. I just wanted to bring them up. I was very, very happy to find this. This is the unscented L-Net hairspray. This is it holds your hair. It's not sticky. It does a really good job, and you don't have that gacky smell that the regular L-Net has. I found it in CVS. I've never seen it before. I know that it existed, but I just had never seen it before. So, unscented L-Net hairspray. Very, very happy girl. This was recommended by a dermatologist I've been watching on YouTube. This is the Nivea Essentially Enriched. It's so bright. Deep Nourishing Serum and Almond Oil, 48-hour moisture body lotion. I usually take a shower within 48 hours though, but it does a really nice job. It's winter time and my skin has totally betrayed me. And I really like this. This is a really good, and it's not expensive. I don't like to spend a lot on skincare, so this is great. I had a sore throat, I don't know, it was a couple weeks ago, and I went to the drugstore and they didn't have any regular bags of cough drops left. I guess it's a thing in winter, but people have colds and stuff. Anyway, these are the tiny little Halls, and what's cool about them is they're just little bitty things. And I really like that. I got the cherry flavor. They did have the lemon and all that, but they're just tiny little things, which is really cute. You just pop it in. But for traveling, having them in your purse, because you know those big ones that have the twisty papers on them, they get mucked up. They wind up in the bottom of your purse. This is such a nice idea. I don't know why they hadn't thought of it earlier, but and it's still got the same great flavor. I don't know if they're extra strong because they're so tiny, but they work pretty well for me. So the Halls, and these are the little minis, sugar-free, which is nice. Big fail. Oh, I love Nips candy. I think Pearson was the name of the company that made Nips. And somewhere over the course of COVID's last couple of years, Nips disappeared off the shelves. They didn't even have a slot for it anymore, so I knew it had been discontinued. Well, apparently they sold their contract to BRACHS. BRACHS, the jelly bean people, the cheap chocolate people, you know, Dollar Tree chocolate people, and they messed it up. I mean, BRACHS, as they themselves have sold their own, since they're making their products in Mexico now, they're just cheap. And when I saw the Nips logo and insignia, and it was caramel, and it's like my favorite candy in the whole world, I threw one in my mouth and I was like, not even close. Not even close. And they have the coffee version also. That was another popular one. So BRACHS messed up. I did do a video recently about, like, if I lost all my makeup, what would I repurchase right away so that I had something. And I had gone to the store to get this, the Age Rewind eraser from Maybelline, because this is something that's been a staple for many people for many years. And I hadn't used it myself for quite a while. I was so disappointed in this product. I mean, it left little speckles. Any little piece of dryness or any wrinkle I had under my eye was exaggerated by this. And I was so shocked because I used to like this 10 years ago when I first started my channel. I used to use it, but I can't recommend it anymore. And if you did miss that video, now you've got the info here. Now this is the newly reformulated True Match L'Oreal, and I thought maybe I was using the wrong color, so I went and got a C.15, Cool 15, because it just, I don't know, it looked a little orangey after I got out in the sunlight, so I bought the Cool 15. It was just slightly more neutral. It doesn't have the dropper, thank goodness, but it's not the same as the serum foundation. It is a reformulated version of the True Match. I'm still having trouble with the dry patches with this though. And so the one amazing thing about this that I've not ever seen this with a foundation before is that you can just put the tiniest little amount and it covers your whole face. Because if you put the normal amount you squirt out, like dime size or less, of foundation to put on your face, you're going to have like most of it left. I was really shocked at how this spread. I mean, it was really something. Initially I liked it, and when I did my what I buy immediately, this came to mind, but over time, over the day, it doesn't work that well. It's very drying, so I'm gonna have to take this off the list of approved foundations. Now I ordered a bunch of stuff from Doll 10. I wanted to try it because so many people talk about it, and I got several items from Doll 10. I got the Glam Goddess palette, and I got the Love Your Skin TCE 5-piece collection, which has a lipstick, concealer, mascara, foundation, and a foundation brush. And I also really enjoyed the lipstick, actually. But let's go over this one by one. And recently too, I watched Jen Phelps, and she has done a collaboration with Doll 10 for brushes. She has a brush set. There's face brushes and eye brushes in it. It looks really good. Good for Jen. You know, Jen Phelps is a Connecticut girl like me, and she's been working on this project, I guess, for a year with them, and she has her own set of brushes in one of those canister kind of things, so I would definitely check it out. So the Glam Goddess, this has a couple of different types of things, and I am wearing the Glam Goddess today. There's a way to do this so that it doesn't glare at you. So there's a blush, a highlighter, and then there's several different eyeshadows, and you can use either of these also as eyeshadow. So it's quite a versatile set. I mean, you can do a good basic eye with it. The cheek color's nice, the highlighter's nice. I really like it. I do have it on today in between the glitter from my Bon Ton Roulé mask there. Whoa, that mask shed all over my face. Darn it. Anyway, it's got a good basic palette of generic colors. This is kind of a semi-shimmery light ivory color. It's not glittery, it's shimmery, just slightly, and it's only slightly noticeable that it's shimmery, not enough. I don't think the pigmentation on this was my favorite. They do have a couple, a dark shimmer and a lighter shimmer of the brown, so you can line under your eyes nicely. There are some warm base transition colors and a cool base transition color. It's actually an okay palette. You know, it was on sale, and I thought for the price, this is a pretty good deal. And Doll 10, by the way, was started by a lady with the last name of Dalton. D-A-L-T-O-N, Dalton, Doll 10. Thank me. Dalton. Doll 10. Yeah, she was a doctor, and I really like her story. I mean, she was going through chiropractor school, and so she was a wellness doctor. She's not like a medical kind of doctor, but she is a wellness doctor. That's what they call chiropractors now. And she contracted a very rare form of cancer. And when she was going through chemotherapy, she lost her brow hair, she lost her, head hair, her skin lost its, elasticity and color and everything. And she, I guess, attended one of those look good, feel better programs. And she hadn't really been into makeup prior to that. And she tried their makeup products on and liked it, and she thought, wow, what a great idea. And she decided to start her own makeup line, because when she went to the drugstore to try to find products of different colors or formulas or whatever, all of them seemed a little harsh on her sensitive post-cancer treatment skin. So she developed the Doll 10 line to work with sensitive skin and with aging skin. And I love that. I wanted to love all of these products. I really did. This is not PR. They didn't send it to me. That's my phone. I spent my own cash money on this, and I wanted to do it. I happened to get some sale items, but this particular set I thought would cover a good broad range of the product line, so I could get an idea and a feel for the products. The brush is very stiff. Very stiff. I mean, you can buff in really, really hard, but I don't know. I wasn't that crazy about the brush. Now the concealer, I love the concealer cap. It's cold, and when you push the product out, it's ice. I don't know how it does it, because it's not sitting in the refrigerator or anything. It's ice cold coming out of this thing. And I did like the concealer. I thought it was good coverage. I had to powder it to set it a little bit, but I thought it did a good job. And the concealer, I thought, in that package was a pretty good deal. And they have a new concealer out now that came out, of course, after I bought this. The new concealer came out, that they have the Genius one, whatever it is. Yeah. The foundation I was not happy with at all. At all. I mean, it clung to any dry patches. It went into every line. It looked patchy. It looked like makeup. It looked like bad makeup. I was very disappointed in the foundation. I would never recommend this. TCE, this is the Super Coverage Makeup. Yeah. No. It was very bad. Now the mascara was meh. It was just mediocre, regular lashes, drugstore quality, so there wasn't anything special about that. Now the lipstick, I really like. I'm wearing it today. This is in Paris Beige. Love the color name. And it's just a basic everyday lipstick. But it's got a beautiful shine, and it's got enough pigmentation to it that you can, let me just pull that up so you can see it. It's got enough pigmentation to it that you can wear it and it gives your lips some life back, you know? My phone again. It is really my birthday today, so I'm getting messages and stuff. I'm going to be visiting some friends. One of my friends was born on the exact same day as I was, and our mothers met in the maternity ward recovery room. And we've known each other for 65 years. Well, I knew her from Girl Scouts when we were 11. We ran into each other at a Girl Scout meeting, and our moms were talking in the cars, and they realized who each other was, and then she and I became friends. So we've stayed in touch all this time. Kind of neat, huh? Anyway, so Doll 10, that was quality was good, but it was just kind of meh as far as giving me those like wowie zowie kind of lashes that I like. So the lipstick and the concealer in this particular set were really good. And as far as the Glam palette goes, this was on sale. You get a nice big mirror, and I like both of those cheek products. So I would definitely invest again in more cheek colors, possibly more highlight colors. Some of the eyeshadows, I mean, they were okay quality. It wasn't Natasha Denona quality. There wasn't a whole lot of pigmentation where I really wanted it, especially with the lighter shades. And but I think Doll 10 as a whole, I felt like it was quality. I trusted it. The packaging, oh my goodness. The packaging it came in was just so high class. I mean, I really felt like I was getting a quality product. The kits each came in a zippered clear case that I can use again for makeup for travel. And it says, confidence looks good on you. I guess that's her theme. Tissue paper. But I mean, really, really nice. She really took care. Everything was packed well. Nothing was damaged. Everything felt high-end, really did. And you know, so I really hate to throw any type of shade at all of this. I think the only thing that I was so disappointed in that I really wanted to love was the foundation. And I would definitely try the new concealer. I hope it's got that same kind of application top with the cold metal. Man, that was nice in the morning. I tell you, that was really nice. So, so that's doll 10. And I'll just put that off to the side here. This company is called Yenza, and it was founded by a young lady named Jen Yen. Y-E-N is her last name. And it's a really, really high quality foundation, and I really like it a lot. This is the foundation, and it's a serum-y hydrating foundation. Absolutely stunning on. It looks like skin on, it covers well. It's an excellent foundation. It lasted all day. Now, just like any other foundation with me, it did sink into the lines first thing, but what I did, and I always do this, I have to go back and do, you know, one of these things and try to get into all the lines. I keep seeing little sparkles. I have a little side mirror here that I'm just, you know, making sure I'm not, you know, there's nothing coming out of my nose or something. But I just keep seeing sparkles, you know, from that silly mask I had on. Now the concealer is excellent as well on the Yenza, the concealer. I bought both, and in both cases I bought kind of the lighter shade. This one blends beautifully, lasts all day. I do set my concealer and also my foundation with a little bit of light powder. I just do that so they won't move around and get into all the lines underneath my eyes, because I do have a lot of lines. I mean, you're far away and I've got a nice big old front light. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just walk around with a front light everywhere? Hey, how you doing? The front light right there. But we don't. So, you know, it's nice that this still looks nice with a little bit of powder over it, as well as this foundation. They are my two favorites for this month as far as foundation and concealer go. I really do like both of these. I ordered them together. I had some kind of a coupon that I look for. I always look for coupons online before I order something so I can see if I can get 15–20% off. And they were having a sale and I got them, so pretty good. This is the Pure Nude Baked Blush, and this is in Rosy Rosewood. I do have it on today. I do like this. I think for some reason, I don't know, some people don't like some of the colors in this, and I think there's five or six colors, and some people don't like some of the colors. So the Rosy Rosewood, it seems fine to me. I like it. It's very inexpensive. I did put it on my list of things I would get if my makeup fell away somehow. Oh, this is nice. Maybe it's one of the orangey colors, I don't know, but it lasts a long time. It spreads and blends nicely. Maybe the brush they used or what makeup they put in on over the top. It did not move my makeup underneath. It lasts pretty well. Other makeup can go on top of it. The highlighter looks nice with it. So the Pure from Essence. This is Pure Nude Baked Blush, and I like the Rosy Rosewood is the shade I have. I bought this on a whim, and I'm so glad I did. This is the Ulta Beauty Wanna Be Fresh spray, and this is the dewy version. I think they have a matte version, a dewy version, and then something else. But this was the dewy version. You get this. This is the smaller size. There is a larger size that's $12. This one is $6. It's really good to try this. There's a very, very minor, teeny tiny little scent of light floral when you first put it on, and as soon as it dries down, it's gone. So those of you who are sensitive to that, you know, just, I don't know, it just seems so minor. But okay, then in an Aldi that has makeup, I was like, what? You know, I love the LACURA brand for skin stuff. I use their face wash, the one in the light blue with the pump. The face wash is one of my favorites. And I do have two of their I have their night cream and their day cream. You know, those are the just the moisturizer creams. But I happened to be looking in the seasonal section, and I was in Massachusetts, so I wasn't anywhere near where I live because I've never seen them before. And I'll be darned, they had eye makeup palettes. And then come to find out, these are the two palettes. One's more kind of golden Urban Decay honeyish, and one's more Urban Decay rosy-ish. And apparently they got into trouble because of that. I guess there's some kind of possibly a lawsuit, or they're being very careful about how they market and package their eye makeup because they resemble Urban Decay palettes. This one is the Nectar palette. The brush is kind of neat that comes with it. You get a double-ended brush. You get a blend. It's a blender and a regular. But let me just show you the colors here. Let's see if I can do it without. Yeah, this is the Nectar palette. Let's see if I can get it up here without it being all blown out. And it's okay. It reminds me a little of Five Below makeup. It doesn't remind me of Urban Decay makeup. I mean, the quality of it. Yeah. I found that some of the colors were okay, some of them, but in general, I didn't find it was all that pigmented. It didn't really look that great. This really pulls warm on the eyes too. This is a very, very orangey yellow, and I hate the mustard yellow thing. Some people like it. The brush I like, and then the deeper color, and then this mid-tone, but the shimmers were kind of meh, you know. This one wasn't bad. I did, you know, do under the eyes, not today, but when I was playing with this palette. It's no for me. It's a no. I can't even, that one's not bad, you know, as far as, but some of them just, they swatch better than they look on the eye, and they just didn't seem to last. It was one of those things where after, you know, my work shift, when I went into the restroom at lunchtime, it wasn't there. Now this one is the Intense palette. I think it's supposed to look like the rose one. Can you see them okay? I'm looking at the side mirror here to see it. Yeah, these are kind of rosy tones. Was it Naked 3 that had the rosier tones? Some of the colors were really good, and but most of them were just mediocre. I would think Five Below makeup, really. And I've never seen them ever. And then I asked the lady at the counter when she was throwing my stuff into the, you know, when you go into Aldi, they throw your stuff into the carriage like they're in, you know, they're on a race or something, you know, and they're throwing everything. I'm like, I have a question, you know, just like, you know, I said, you know, do you have more makeup from, you know, LACURA? And she said, oh no, we had that months ago, it's all sold out. I'm like, so I guess in Europe, where Aldi's are very prominent because I think it's a German and Belgian company. They have these all over the place. And I saw people with face makeup, with concealers, with lipsticks, everything else. But there's these two eyeshadow palettes were in the Massachusetts Aldi that I went into. I was just so thrilled to get them, and they were only $5.99. So yes, I think they're worth $5.99. I didn't get any kind of reaction from them or anything, like some cheap makeup can give you a reaction. I didn't think that they were as good quality as Urban Decay. It's like, okay, yeah. So if you happen to see it, I would give it a try. I would give anything from LACURA a try because I love their high quality company. Maybe they use the same factory that some of the higher end companies use and they got a similar formulation. I don't know. If you didn't hear, and if you didn't watch my last video, the singles from Wet n Wild have, I guess they've been discontinued. If you go to their website, it just says they're out of stock. The only place in the world right now I think that you can find them is in your own local drugstore if they have any left in clearance, or on Amazon. And I'll link it below, but the Brulee single from Wet n Wild has been discontinued. And I'm just heartbroken. Now they had a new display of these, and I didn't think this was a new palette, but it is apparently a new palette from them. I'm thinking of something Always Bare, maybe what they had before, I don't know. This is fairly new. And in it are two shades that look suspiciously like Brulee and Nutty, which are two of the single shade ones. I thought like this was a Nutty, and I thought that this was like Brulee, but they're different. I do have side-by-sides, and in my other video I had the Brulee on this side. I had the one from this palette. This is from Wet n Wild, Always Naked it's called. And this palette came out fairly recently. It's fairly good neutral palette. There's some good shades in here, some meh. It's not anything to get excited about, but if this is the only place we're going to be able to get something close to Brulee, then I will purchase it or recommend it. Now the Nutty shade is really nice. It's a nice kind of a shimmery mid to deep brown. They do have the kind of warmer shades. They do have some shades that are so similar they look exactly the same on the eye with this palette. But the palette itself, I think it was very inexpensive, 10 bucks maybe. So I think it's a good deal, but it's not the same formula as this single, and maybe they can't get this formula anymore and they have to discontinue it for that reason, because it feels so much richer and so much creamier than this one does. It's such a shame, really is, and I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news if you didn't know that already. And I went online, I'm like, oh no, they can't possibly discontinue that. And I went to Temptalia, and she's famous for one, and she said, the now discontinued Brulee. And I'm like, oh no! What's this? Like, why? Oh. Since it is my birthday month, amethyst is my birthstone, and so I love purple. I do have this added in to the Doll 10 palette because I wanted to add a little bit of color. Very disappointing pigmentation on this though. I thought especially this one I thought would be so pretty, and it's very faint on the eyes. I mean, it's there, but it's faint. And then the lighter shimmers are nice. It's actually a very pleasant palette if you like purples. It's got a couple of variants. It's got a warm violet purple and a deeper blue tone purple. And then it's got a nice brown here to kind of neutralize everything out. You can use it in the outer, the crease, the inner crease. Yeah, really nice. This one up in the corner, which has a mauvey shade, has a little bit of micro glitter in it. You don't see it so much on the eye, but you do see fallout from there. So I thought this it's called All Amethyst. It's not really all amethyst. I would call this more of a periwinkle. And that's from ColourPop, and I just happened to see it when I was in Ulta fairly recently. For brows, I did try this out. This is the tinted mascara for brows from NYX. The shades are, I think there's only 5 shades in this particular version of their brow products. It goes from blonde to chocolate is the next color, so it's like a mid-tone brown after this. So this is your only choice if you have blonde to light brows. This is it. And I do have it on my brows now. It's not bad, but it doesn't hold really well. I still need to use a gel to hold things up a little bit because this just kind of coats the hair. If you have a lot of gray and white hairs that you don't want, you're not embracing your grays like me. I'm not embracing my grays, okay? So I'm using the tinted mascara for brows from NYX, and I think NYX is just so good with brow products. My goodness. Ulta gave this out as their birthday gift. Curse you, Ulta. Curse you, because I love it, of course. This is the Lancome Idol, the Idol mascara, and they go through quite a parade of directions here before you finally get to it. They have a liner, they have a primer, and then they have the mascara. I just used this mascara last few days, and I absolutely love it, and I'm so mad because it's expensive. That's why they do it. It's like the heroin dealer again, you know. Let's give her a freebie so she gets hooked on it. So I'm hooked on it. The Idol from Lancome. It is the birthday gift this year from Ulta Beauty, and I thank them for this. They don't have to give us anything, you know. And I think this is a really nice. Any skin tone can wear this kind of a gift, as opposed to, you know, some of the other things that they offer sometimes are not as inclusive, and I really like this. Really nice, big honkin' lashes. It doesn't flake, it doesn't smear. The formula is a little drier than the messier tubing ones, you know, that you have in the drugstore that are popular right now. It seems to be like a slightly thicker, drier formula, and it keeps your lashes separate. It goes on nicely. I mean, I really like it. Dang. Oh. It's like once you have a really nice wine, you can't get the box anymore, you know. It's like, it's just, anyway. Okay, let's go on. Speaking of mascaras, I did try the e.l.f. This is the Lash and Roll from e.l.f. And I know you've probably seen 100 reviews on this, but what cracks me up about this is I really admire that e.l.f. is imitating a lot of higher-end brands with their products, and they seem to be hitting on the mark on many of them. This is an imitation, supposedly, of the Roller Lash from Benefit. This is Roller Lash from Benefit. To me, is a mascara that very few people like. I mean, I didn't like it. I had one and I returned it, and I didn't like it, and I thought, why would they want to imitate a mascara that really isn't all that great? But I like their variant. I think their version of the lash roller Lash from Benefit is good. This is good. This is slightly less volume and length than the Sky High from Maybelline, but you've got a really good formula here. And I don't like the Big Mood mascara. I don't like several of the other e.l.f. mascaras. They just don't do it for me, and they leave dings on my upper lid because I've got a hooded lid here. And I liked this one. But it's for like a work thing. I can wear this to work with no problem because it's just basic lashes. You know, it tints your lashes, gives you a little bit of volume, and it's unobtrusive, and it doesn't flake, it doesn't smear. So it's a very good, it's $6 I think too. So good for you, e.l.f. Thank you, e.l.f. for, in this madness of overpriced products in the drugstore, e.l.f. is still hanging in there with some of their products. Some of their products, they raise their own prices, but even still, their prices are less than most everybody else's. So I'm not going to go wah over the O-Face stuff, okay? Except the name. I still don't like that name. Revolution, not one of my favorite brands. They have like 12 different IDs now, and the Relove launch was put into Walmart. And there's all kinds of different products. I haven't tried them. I have seen a couple of reviews on different products here and there. I may do a full face of it, but again, I'm not a real fan of Revolution. This is the baby tint, and this is just a beautiful, and it's in the shade Rose. This is a beautiful, beautiful gloss, but it's pigmented, so it's almost like a lipstick. Let me just put it on. I'm going to take off the Doll 10. And I did like that Doll 10 lipstick. It gives you shine and pigmentation. So this is the Revolution Relove is the name of the brand. It's got its own little section now in Walmart. I don't know if it's launched anywhere else. So it's beautiful, it's subtle, it's not sticky, it's a really nice, pleasant feeling. You have to let it dry a little bit, but it's a very pleasant little mini lip tint. They're calling it baby tint, so it's probably not really a gloss. Yeah, it's not really shiny gloss, but it does give your lips a nice tint, and it lasts all day, even through 2 coffees. And I was impressed, really, really impressed. So Revolution, it says Revolution on it, but it says Relove on the section, and some of the other products say Relove on them. So it's all Revolution to me, okay? And yeah. Okay, I found these in the weirdest place in CVS. It was in the front seasonal place where all the Valentine's stuff was. This is the Yummy Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss, and I got the shade Havana Good Time. Havana Good Time. It smells like a cross between grapefruit and mango. Yeah, yeah. If you don't like fruit flavor on your lip gloss, you probably won't like this, but it makes a pretty shine. It's not sticky, and there's a combination of colors. It's a very subtle hint of the color that you get on your lips. I think you can use it alone. I didn't, but some of them, they do go deeper red and brown, so I'm sure they would give a little bit of a tint to your lips, which is, you know, that's okay. And there were all different flavors, so maybe you can pick your favorite flavor. I don't know, but this is very nice from CoverGirl. It was expensive, I thought, maybe $10.99. Yeah, yeah. Merit Beauty. Merit kind of came on the scene a couple of years ago. They had some really clean kind of a lot of the drugs and things and chemicals that a lot of the makeup companies put in their products can, in the long term, maybe affect our health. So a lot of companies started turning to more natural ingredients, less preservative type ingredients that can do harm to your body. And Merit was one of the ones that came out. I think I liked their mascara when they came out. They actually sent me this. I was just like, wow, you know, people don't usually like to give me PR because I'm so truthful. Is that the word, truthful? Now they sent me this, and they sent me a lipstick. God bless them. God bless them. And you know, I don't kiss up for anybody, and I don't care if somebody sent me something free or not. I'm going to tell you what it's like. Now this is in essence, you can also put it under your makeup. You shake it up, and it's got 4 types of hyaluronic acid. It's got niacinamide. It's got, oh, what are these other things? I've got to read it off because it's got several things in it, and I could feel instantly hydrated. And they said that too in their thing. This is 2% niacinamide for brightening, 4 types of hyaluronic acid for deep hydration, caffeine-rich cocoa seed extract for plumping, Japanese gold thread root for soothing and antioxidant protection, and its pH balance. So this is a plumper, a smoother skin conditioner. Absolutely amazing. So this is the Great Skin from Merit Beauty. I've only used it, I think, 4 days now, and every morning when I use it, my skin feels soft, it feels great. It plays well with my makeup, which is very important. You just have to remember to shake it up. It just feels like a high quality product on my skin. And again, I don't kiss up. I do use different essences. I like the Fat Water from Fenty Beauty. Very similar kind of thing to this, but I think this has a little bit more bougie in it. You know, it's got a little bit more bougie in it. Totally would recommend this. This is great skin from Merit Beauty, and they are clean. They don't test on animals. Cruelty-free. I like that. And you know me, I used to always soapbox the cruelty-free ones. Now the lipsticks, they actually let me pick my shade, and I picked Millennial. Not for the sentiment, but because I thought the shade was really nice. Now let me take my lipstick off and put the Millennial shade on. Packaging's nice and bougie. This is the shade. Let me swatch it here. And let me put it on the lips. Now these shades are all like no nonsense, your lips, but way the heck better shades. So this is Millennial, and I really like it. It's just a nice, there's no like girly floral scent or fruit scent or anything else. It's just a good basic lipstick. Gives your lips a nice, lively, alive look. And the formulation is very smooth, very creamy, moisturizing. It's definitely a plus, and you see other YouTubers talking about this. It might have won an Allure award, I'm not sure, but their lipsticks are awesome. They really are. I would love it if they expanded their shade range to include brighter shades. I like stuff that's slightly brighter, slightly lighter. I like the peach stuff, you know. Can't get away from that. I don't know. But this one, I think it's one of the lightest shades, and it's just beautiful, beautiful. I'm really pleased with it. So thank you very much, Merit, for sending this to me. And again, I'll put a link below to this if they do sell it at Sephora as well. This is a gloss from ELF, and I'll just put it right over the top of the Merit. This is one of those kind of thick and gloppy kind of feeling glosses. It's not real sticky. You don't get like the threads, you know the threads. That's like super gross. You don't get the threads, but you do get kind of a gloppy sort of sticky feeling. The colors are really pretty. I don't know what to tell you on this, whether I'd recommend it or not, because it's really personal choice. There is also just a little bit of heat. Now this is a plumping gloss from ELF, so there's just a little bit of heat. What I find with plumping glosses a lot of times is my lips darken a little bit because that heat pulls the blood flow to your lips and it darkens your lips a little bit. So it's fine, but at the end of the day, my lips feel dry. So I don't know whether, again, I don't know whether to recommend this or not because it does plump just a little bit. It's got a nice shine to it. The colors are pretty. It does plump just a little bit, but it doesn't last all that long. At the end of the day, your lips do feel a little bit dry. So that's Sparkling Rosé. Wouldn't I? Yeah. Okay, Wet n Wild. This is a duo-ended lip product. One side is a super strong lip stain, and the other side is a gloss to put over the top to offset the harsh dryness of the lip stain color. This is new from them. It has a little loop on it. If you see it in the package, it's got the little loop. Yeah, one side is a color, quite strong. And I thought initially, oh, I'm gonna like this. But then I turned it around, and this is real reminiscent of the Maybelline 24-hour Superstay lips. You know, they have the balm on one side and they have the stain on the other side. This is kind of like a copycat, I think, of that. the gloss. This is a hard, like putting a stick or a toothpick into the gloss and then sticking it over the top. And it's so sticky, and you get the strings. You get the threads. It's so sticky and gross. I'm not even going to put it on my lips to show you. Maybe I could put it on my hand to show you. You see how it saturates the color. It makes the color deeper, and it's gloppy. And it's kind of like a nail polish brush almost. It's so weird. I don't like it at all. But this was a big fail from Wet n Wild, and called Lock and Shine. So you lock in the color and then you put the shine on top. And this shade is called Lotus Petal. This was Lotus Petal. I did try this one. This is the Ambition Statement from NYX. This is one of the it's one of the new lip liners that they have. I don't know why they call it the Line Loud line of liners from NYX, but I have Born to Hustle, which I really love. I always think of Hustle like da, 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 you know, that one. This is Ambition Statement, and this is just kind of a little bit more of an adult shade. I could do that Kim Kardashian line underneath the bottom lip to make it look bigger thing. The only thing I'll say about this Line Loud lip liner line is that they're creamier and softer than the others. They're not hard pencils. And so because of that, you can use them nicely as lipsticks. They work really well as lipsticks. However, they wear, I mean, the second you, like if I go down like this, I'm going to have to sharpen this already. Just from doing that, I'm going to have to sharpen it. So, let me just take this off. Just on a side note, that stain from the Wet n Wild is really difficult to remove. It is not coming off. I'll work on that a little later. This next one is from LA Colors, and I've never really had a reaction like this to a lip product. This is their Duo Ended. It's a lip gloss and a lipstick. The second I put the lipstick on and then put some of the gloss over the top, my lips turned bright pink. And it wasn't because of the color, it was because of reaction to the lip stuff. And when I washed all the lip stuff off and I had to use my cellular water, I still had bright dark pink lips, and it was a total reaction to it. So I'm not going to demonstrate it to you at all, but I just want to warn you that I don't know if it's a formulation thing or if it was old or it had been sitting in the sun. You know how they have them sometimes, they're facing the windows and the sun comes in. This was a mess, a mess. Now this is the LA Colors Plump Gloss, and again this is a purpley shade. I'm not sure if this one also reacted. I think I didn't like the shade. Yeah, there is a little bit of heat. Yeah, and it changes color when you get the heat. So I'm gonna have to take that off right away. I don't know, plumping lipsticks are just not my friend. Let me just take that off. So yeah, the Plumping Gloss, it turns a brighter, deeper shade than what it shows here, but it also, I had a reaction to this as well. So there's got to be something in their plumping formula that I'm allergic to, because it's a hot mess. And I had put this on and gone to work, which is a mistake. I should have checked it in the daylight or the mirror in the car. When I went in, my boss looked at me kind of funny. I look like a showgirl in Vegas. And again, I'm in kind of a mournful, like funeral-esque kind of business, so I can't be looking too happy, Okay. Well, I'm going to go visit my hometown, spend some time with some old friends, and visit my parents' grave. So I just wanted to mention this. I feel many times that people who are subscribers and who have written to me and have known me for quite a while, even through the rough times, it's the 10-year anniversary this week of my YouTube videos. I started earlier, I posted a funeral slideshow of my father back in, I think, December of 2012. And I taught myself how to upload onto YouTube from that. And then in February of 2013, I uploaded my first beauty videos. So it's 10 years. And in that time, some of you I've known almost that entire time. And through messages and emails and comments in the description bar there, I have gotten to know a lot of you, and I feel like you are friends. I mean, we've never sat face to face. In some cases, I have met a few of you, but I still feel like I know you. And when somebody loses their husband, or their dog dies, or something happens in their life that it's quite challenging, I feel it, like a family member. And recently, one of my longtime subscribers, Mrs. Loretta is her name. She's a very pleasant person. We've exchanged Christmas cards. I mean, she's a very nice lady, and she always comments. She's always very, I don't know if loyal's the right word, but she's always active on my channel, and I feel like I have a camaraderie with her. And a couple of videos ago, she mentioned in the comments that she had gone to the doctor and she got some news that she had lung cancer. And then recently she posted again that the news wasn't good. And so I really love it. If through whatever means you have a prayer, or just sending positive healing thoughts, or just a good feeling for Mrs. Loretta, if you could do that, that would be great. Sometimes when we have something bad like that happen, our whole world falls apart. The way you view everything is different after you've been given a diagnosis of challenge. And we're hoping that with treatment and everything, she can have a positive outcome to this, and maybe with some of your prayers and good thoughts, this will happen for her. So I think that's all I wanted to say about that. I didn't want to let it go without saying something, because I do read your comments, and I do feel a lot, when something happens to you. I just feel like a good friend or a family member has had this happen. So, and I feel that way about Mrs. Loretta. She's just a great person. So, send her some good feelings if you can, or say a prayer for her, or light a candle. Okay? Okay, I didn't mean for that to happen. All right, on that note, I hope all of you are safe and well, and you have a wonderful week. And I will see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, or at least liked the video, that would be great. It really helps me out a lot with these algorithms now that we have to deal with on YouTube. When I started, we just purely talked about makeup at the dining table and had no problems. Now it's a business or something. Not for me, but it's a business for them, and they take it seriously, and they have an algorithm that rates when your video gets shown to people, or where it comes up on the playlist. If they're asking, women over 50 doing makeup, I'm down in the lower 1,000 probably somewhere. I don't know, because I don't play the game. So anyway, if you could like the video, even if you're not subscribed, that would be a really big help. I really appreciate it. And give me a birthday like. Come on. All right, you. Have a wonderful week. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.